everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, we are going to take a look at the GEPRC CINELOG 25, which is this drone right here. Mine's a bit dirty because I've been flying it an awful lot. Now, a lot of you are looking at this here CINELOG 25. I'm trying to hold it in a spot you can see it really well, and saying it looks just like a Beta FPV 95X. This one here. This is the Beta FPV 95X version 3, the best one they make. And this is a really good drone. And if I hold them together, don't they kind of look similar? If I bring it close here, don't they sort of resemble each other? Spin them around. Yeah, they kind of do. So when I received this from GEPRC, I was like, hey, GEPRC. I wrote to them right away and I said, what are you doing sending me this? This is just a knockoff of this drone here, the Beta FPV. And they said, no, it's not. It is better than this drone right here, and try it out and then give us your opinion. So I tried it out and I was blown away. I was blown away from the moment I put a battery on here and let it launch off the ground in my basement. It is so stable. Like the center of, well, the balance is just so perfect with the battery and how the camera fits. Everything is just perfect. On here, it's the same idea, but it's more stable on here, if you can believe that, than on this one. I don't understand it myself. They should be similar. Sure, the motors are different. The flight controller is different, but you know, all in all, in many regards, they should work out the same, but this one is so much better. And this one is a bit more quiet than this one. So that adds when you're out flying. Now, I took it out for a flight and I was blown away even further. And man, does it ever fly well. It is so good. For someone who's a pro, if you're a pro and you fly FPV drones, you are just going to love, you're going to fall in love with this drone. If you're a beginner and you've never flown an FPV drone, you're going to love this, but you're not going to know why you're going to love it. It's just going to fly well and you're going to know, hey, that's pretty cool. So this is designed 100% for filming. This is a filming drone. That's why it's called a CINELOG. And with filming, you want to put a camera on it. So I've got the SMO 4K, the Naked Insta360. I have it on both of them right here, one on each one. And this one's got more vibration dampening than this one. This one here, the dampening is for the camera, but there's very little dampening, and there's no dampening for the pilot camera. This one, there's dampening for the pilot camera and the camera you stick on it. So all of them get dampening. So there's no jello in this here whatsoever. You can fly this low and slow to the ground through objects with no issues. And it's got tons of power to go up, down, freestyle, anything you want. So I'll stop talking and let me show you the video of me flying this. Check this out. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, we're going to take a look at the GEPRC CINELOG 25. Now, I have not flown this outdoors. That's what the test is right now. I'm going to take it for a spin out in the park behind me. There's nobody out here. It's early in the morning and it's pretty cold. It's like minus 14 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Look, see all this white stuff? This is frost on the bed of my truck on the cover. So first thing we're going to do is turn on our DJI controller here. Now the reason I'm turning this on is because this is all digital. And because it's all digital, we'll be flying with my FPV goggles here. These are the DJI FPV goggles. We'll be flying with those. Ooh, it's cold out here. Cold, cold, cold. All right, I gotta take my gloves off for this next part. So the first battery I'm gonna use is a 450 milliamp hour battery, and that's what's recommended. It's very small, and it is so cold out here that I don't think it's gonna last very long because it has to supply power to the 4 motors, to the flight controller, and to the camera 4K up front. That sucks out a lot of power, so I would prefer to fly it with a 650, and I think I'll do that next. Oh, it's cold. I gotta put gloves on. Nobody's in the park. It's early morning. All right, where's my controller? So I'm just gonna sit with my back to you up here on the bed of my truck. So I'm gonna arm it. I've got an acro mode, and here we go. All right, let's come back to me really quick. I'm just gonna do a loop this way. Get some speed here. But check it out. There I am. I'm gonna go over me nice and slow, right in front. There we go. And now let's go out to the park. So, first impressions of this. I'm impressed that I've got speed, especially since I thought I was gonna go slow. So I've got some speed on this baby. It's like, it's so light with that battery that I have on it that no issues flying this along the snow, really close to the ground. All right, let's bring it back. Let's slow it down and try some other little maneuvers where I can go through things. Go through that. Let's slow it down even more. Let's bring it way down in slow speed. Don't want to go super slow because I'll hit the snow. But there we go. So next thing we want to try is, let's see if it does freestyle. It should. Nice slow turns, yes. Do some freestyle there. Let's bring it down. Let's go check out what we have over here. Now we can explore. All right, I'm gonna hover in place and move slow now. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to avoid getting close to the snow, like to touch the snow. Like see these branches, I can come really close to them. Because with my little camera on the front, it's not waterproof. You know, these drones, I don't mind knocking them in the snow, but that little camera I have on the front, the 4K, Insta360, the SMO 4K, it is like a naked GoPro, but it's not waterproof. I have dunked a few in the snow and they die, so that's not a good thing. I've gotten them wet, and when you get them wet, you just can't bring them back to life, so yeah, so not very good. And I've only got like, I think I have like 1 or 2 left, that's it. So here we go, just cruising around the park. So easy to fly. Like I'm flying low here. I just look at this thing go. If it was summertime, I would go underneath that whole structure. But in the winter, I just don't want to get the camera in the snow. But look at this. Isn't that an awesome image? I'm going right to the sun. Let's go back this way. Like I'm easily just a foot to a few inches above the snow. That's it. That is it. And you could go anywhere you want. Let's go this way. These are always my favorite little places to cruise through. Wow. So I'm behind a snowbank. Let me just show you this. So I'm over here. Let's go up and look at the top of this thing. So I'm at a snowbank on the opposite side of this. So let's go over the top here. Nice and slow. Come and inspect it. There's my shadow on it. So I'm way over there, but look at how easy it is for the reception to keep on going. Like I'm sitting on the edge of my Jeep here. I'll bring it down. This thing has really good reception. Check this out, video and for the actual flight controller. I'm just sitting on the tip of the Jeep right there. So when you look at where I was flying, look at, I got a snowbank. My radio's got to shoot through the snowbank, and then all that stuff over there when I was low to the ground on the other side of this ship. Whoa! All right, so let's bring it on back, because with this little tiny battery I have on here, you know, running the camera and everything, it's gonna run out of power pretty darn quick, especially with the cold out here. So let's bring it back for a nice landing. Come up over here. This still got tons of punch out power. All right, let's put her over here. Put her down right by my feet, underneath the Jeep. There we go. Ooh, take the gloves off. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bigger battery on just to get a little bit more flight time and take it out again. I've got a 650 on now. Again, a 4S battery, 650, lock it in place. And I'm going to put it on the ground, and let's go check out what's in my area. Arm it, and here we go. There we go. So this is a heavier battery on here, so I should feel a difference in weight, and I feel a little bit of a difference already. Let's see, just flying around the park here. The other one, I could flick it around with the 450 weight of the 450 battery. It seemed very, very light in the hands. There I am in the front of my Jeep. This one here with the 650, it is heavier. Definitely heavier. So here, let's go over to the next parking lot. Go over here. This is actually a parking lot. No one's cleared it. And now we're out to the football stadium. We should be good out here. There we are. This is a big football field here. In the summertime, we have everybody out doing their football practice. Of course, this is just amateur football, but look at this. Come out, check stuff out. Let's go up here, over top of that. Don't want to fall in there and I have to climb all the way up there. There's our city bus area over here. You can see there's a city bus right there. They just hang out here, have coffee, read a paper while they're waiting to go on the route. And when they go on the route, they go this way. So this would be the route the guy would take. He would go this way, he would drive around here, and then he would go pick up the first set of passengers here. But there is nobody wanting to take a bus in this area right here. It is vacant, vacant. Do you think I could make it between these two things? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. This thing's like a little ankle biter. You could just fly it anywhere and keep it so low and sneak up on people because it's not that noisy whatsoever. Let's see if I could keep this super low and a forward momentum. I could literally get it under my Jeep. Just like that. Too easy, too easy. All right, so that was 2 outdoor flights on 2 different sized batteries, and I'm gonna say I'm really impressed with this thing. It's a lot of fun to fly. This is definitely gonna be a drone that I keep in my arsenal of FPV drones for fun flying. On days you just wanna come out and have a lazy day of flying where you're just going in and around, through things and under things. It's really, really good. Yeah, I really, really like it. All right, back to me indoors. So you saw from the video, this baby is super accurate in its flight characteristics. The tuning on this is really good. The balance is really good. When I first flew it, I used a 450 milliamp hour 4-cell battery. That's what they recommend. And I will tell you this now, if you put a 450 milliamp hour battery like I have on right here, for some reason, it is like golden. It's like heaven when you fly it with that. You will notice a difference, because I noticed the difference when I took the 450 off and I used a 650 4-cell. I could immediately tell a difference. It was like all that stability I had for like it just sitting there nicely. I then had to use a little bit more control on my joysticks to keep it centered. It's not like it was crazy or anything like that. It's just that tiny bit difference in weight, you could feel it. You get more flight time and you can fly more erratic if you want, but still, you just have to get used to it. But just, you know, their recommended 450 battery, they're bang on with the 450. It flies so well with that. And if I haven't mentioned it already, the camera, the drone, the 450 battery is 224 grams. So you're way under the 250 gram limit, and you have a perfect 4K, 60 frames per second flying cinema drone. If you get the, if you get the Insta360 or you put a naked GoPro on the top, either one, it's really good. Flight time is rated at 5 minutes, and you easily get 5 minutes with a 450 milliamp hour battery. So the differences then with the Beta 95X, in my opinion anyways, the Beta 95X version 3, the latest one, and this here GEPRC CINELOG 25, the differences are, from a physical standpoint, this one is larger in size, so it weighs more. If I put them together, you can see the GEPRC is larger. Other than that, it's quieter. It also has all the little, I don't know, the little jello-y things on the grommets or whatever. There's like 5 of them on here, so it really reduces jello in the camera pilot view, as well as the camera you stick on top. They can both do the same thing by putting a naked GoPro or a naked Insta360 on top. This one, the range would be farther because look at the antenna on the back. It's up, out, away from the drone. This one, the antenna is almost built into the rear of the drone. So I would suspect you'd get a lot more range out of this one than you would from this one flying low to the ground. Other than that, either one is a good buy. If you've already bought the Beta FPV 95X, well then don't go and rush out and buy this one. Certainly, in my opinion, it's better, but it's not that much better. This is still a decent drone to get all your needs for FPV flying and cinema filming done with this one. But if you have neither of these and you're a pro in the FPV world, you know, someone who has a lot of FPV drones and you fly an awful lot and you want something really good for cinema photography, then I would probably get the GEPRC one. I would probably give the nod to this one just because of in my opinion, flying both of them, this one here seemed to give me a little bit more thrill than this one. I should also mention there are 3 versions of this. You have the Pro model. This is the Pro. Why is it a Pro? It's because it's got a Nebula Pro camera for the pilot in the front. And then you go down one level and you have the HD version, which if I look at my little chart here, it says it has a Nebula Micro on it. So that just means the pilot camera is a little less. But if you're putting a camera on top, you really don't care about the pilot camera because all the filming comes from whatever you stick on top. And the third one is totally analog, so you get an analog pilot camera at the front, which is an EOS 2. But honestly, let me tell you the following. This thing is designed to fly low to the ground. Low to the ground, like inches off the ground, and to film with a camera on the top. You're not going to fly this miles away. So for that reason, you really don't even care about the pilot's camera. If it's analog, you're still going to see well. So if all you can afford is the analog version, well, get the analog version and take the money you save and get yourself a naked GoPro or a naked Insta360 SMO 4K like I have on top. And then you're golden. You've got all that awesome video and you can fly this around, in and around objects, through things. things and whatnot. Save yourself a lot of money. So next thing I want to show you super fast is the quickest unboxing known to man, and I do these really fast. So here's my unboxing of this drone. Check it out. This is the box your quadcopter comes in, and it comes shrink wrapped direct from GEPRC. They like to shrink wrap their products. Inside the box, you also get battery straps, extra props, and the little rubber mounts for your battery on your drone. Also, you get GEPRC stickers. You gotta have stickers in the FPV world. Now let's tear off the plastic. Check out our drone a bit closer. You'll see it's made out of carbon fiber and plastic. It is well constructed, nice foam around the outside of the prop guards. This is not a drone that is going to get damaged easily. Here we see the camera dampening system. You can see it's quite decent. It's got 5 little dampeners on it, and it's good for the pilot camera and the camera you stick on top. Here we see the motors. They are 1204 3750 kV motors. On the rear, we can see the transmission antenna plus the XT30 battery connector, and here we can see the external power supply for an external camera. 5 bladed props, and you can see the prop guards are covered in foam so you can fly it indoors and not damage your walls. Now, if you buy the digital version like I have here, you will have to remove the 4 screws on the bottom so that you can access the CADX Vista unit. This will allow you to then activate the unit as well as bind it to your DJI FPV radio and your DJI FPV goggles. Here you can see a better close-up view of the flight controller. It is a GEPRC flight controller running at 20 amp ESCs, and the tuning of it seems to be really good. The weight of the drone plus camera plus 450 battery is 224 grams, and if we put a 650 battery, it is then 236 grams. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put links below to the 3 versions of this here GEPRC CINELOG 25. Check them out, find one that is for you. As well, I'm going to put links to the SMO 4K camera here. It's a really good camera. I love this camera. It's really good, especially for, you saw in the video how well it records. I had it in the video. If you notice the colors were a little bit strange in the video, I stuck it on vivid because I thought, what's it look like in the wintertime filming with vivid colors? You know, because snow is white and sometimes it goes purpley blue and stuff. So if the colors looked weird to you or just really fantastic, that's because I went and stuck the camera on vivid. It does shoot at 4K 60 frames per second if you want, and it records to a micro SD card that you take out, stick it into your computer, and if you want, you can take that video file and then further enhance it by sticking it into the Insta360 software, which is a free download on your computer or your phone, and manipulate it further that way. Because Insta360, those guys are really advanced in the whole action mini camera market thing. They're coming out with some pretty cool products, and I have one of their products that I'll be showing in a future video that you're gonna just love. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in future videos with many more drone reviews. Take care.